is time to talk Bears Cowboys Week 8. Let's talk about it. What is going on, y'all? Faiz Sports Talk back at it with another video talking, of course, some NFL. And here to give you guys my preview and prediction for the Chicago Bears Week 8 matchup against the Dallas Cowboys. Apologies for the delay, but hey, like I always say, better late than never. But never late is better. And so we get into this game coming off a huge victory. The Bears' best game of the season by far, one of the best games for the Bears in their history, honestly, with the fact that, we really haven't beat New England in New England. And coming off of a win like that, you feel like the expectations change for the season. But again, got to go week by week. And I'll get into that in a second here. And let's talk about this matchup against the Dallas Cowboys. Okay, as always, we start with the numbers here. So the Dallas Cowboys are favored in this game. No surprise. But the surprising part here is that they're favored by 10 points, all right? 10 points. The Bears are a double-digit dog on the road in this one. This is taking place at Jerry World in Dallas, and the over-under is set at 42.5. So not too high, but not low like the 39s, 38s we've been seeing with previous Bears games. So initial thoughts on just the spread here. I think that number is a bit rich. That tells me the books really aren't taking too much away from the Bears' victory against the Patriots, because they were 8-point dogs to the Patriots and they blew them out. So they're saying, look, week by week, things can change. And so they're saying basically that was sort of an anomaly. I don't know if I agree with that, but here's the thing. Cowboys should definitely be favored, being at home and having the better team. But 10 points, a lot of points for me. I don't agree with that. All right, so let's get into the keys here for this game. So you got to start kind of on the injury front here, because I didn't expect this to be the case, but now it's happened. Ezekiel Elliott will most likely not play in this game. And this is not prime Zeke, but it still matters because you're talking about your RB1 for the Dallas Cowboys. But this could be a good thing for them because their RB2, Tony Pollard, has been better than Zeke for at least the past 2 seasons now. And Tony Pollard is going to get the opportunity to be the RB1. He's going to be the workhorse against the Bears. I am not expecting Ezekiel Elliott to play this week. And so it's going to be the Tony Pollard show for the Dallas Cowboys. And to me, I would have much rather faced Zeke. But the fact is you were going to face both of them. So I guess that's an advantage for the Bears in a way. I'm going to get into Tony Pollard in just a second here. But just want to mention the fact that Tony Pollard is going to be the workhorse for them. As far as the other injuries in this game, I know Dalton Schultz and a couple of the guys have been limited. I expect them to play. Obviously, Dak Prescott's back. The Bears have a pretty clean injury report. Obviously, they traded away Robert Quinn. We know that this is a team that's, sellers, not buyers. They're rebuilding year one of a rebuild, so it doesn't surprise me there. Taking a look at the defense here. When we take a look at the Cowboys, this is one of the best defenses in football. 6th overall are the Dallas Cowboys, 4th against the pass, and 19th against the rush. So you can kind of guess where I'm going to go here in terms of how you want to go ahead and attack this Cowboys team. But there's a little wrinkle I want to throw in here. Okay, look, we don't have to reinvent the wheel here. The numbers tell you the Cowboys are worse against the rush than they are against the pass. Go ahead and run the football against them. But we literally saw the exact blueprint of how I want the Bears to play last week. The exact one, not something that's close, but literally the exact blueprint, which Luke Getsy implemented last week, at least on offense, which was how the Bears attacked the Patriots. The Patriots, fairly similar in terms of their defense to the Cowboys. Now, they're slightly worse overall, but better against the pass than they're the rush. 12th against the pass, 25th against the rush. Cowboys, again, 4th versus 19th pass rush. So, how did we attack the Patriots? Running the football, bootlegs, play action, design runs for the quarterback. I want the exact same thing. The same meal we cooked up last week, I want the same meal this week. All right? And not even because that is the way to kind of attack a team that has clearly shown you they're more vulnerable against the run than they are against the pass, but also because that's the way you emphasize and take advantage of the strengths of this roster. Our roster, the way it's constructed right now, is built off of the run, not the pass. And so this is kind of playing into our hands here, because even though I want to throw the football more and more as we let Justin Fields get acclimated, the right thing to do here is run the football because you've been a running team all season long. But again, you don't have to run 50 times a game. You still can mix it in like we did last week. Like I said, let's just not get complicated. Luke Getsy, I just need you to do what you did last week. Dial up the exact same type of game plan. Bootlegs, play actions, design runs, get Justin Fields out on the move. Don't let him stay in the pocket, and you should be good to go on that end. Now, as far as the Chicago Bears defense, obviously we take a hit with the loss of Robert Quinn, and we traded him away, but we all know this defense is also getting rebuilt just like the entire team. And when I take a look at the Cowboys roster, yeah, this team is very, very solid. The roster is good, but honestly, is it really that good, especially on offense? Defense, yeah, they got studs. Micah Parsons, great. Trayvon Diggs, fantastic. Like, they have some studs on defense, but offense, Dak Prescott, we know he's a good quarterback. But taking a look at CeeDee Lamb, wide receiver 1, cool, I get it. What else scares you here? Because if you let Jalen Johnson get the CD assignment and Dak's still trying to figure his way back, he didn't look that great last week against the Lions. The best player on this team that you're really worried about is Tony Pollard. Yeah, I said it. Tony Pollard is very underrated, folks. He is explosive. And you know what the weakness for the Bears team is. I don't have to repeat it, but I will. 29th against the rush. They're going to go ahead and try to run the football with Tony Pollard. And we're going to get a heavy dose of Tony Pollard in this game. And so I want the focus to be on Tony Pollard, because not only can this man run the football effectively and explosively, but he can also catch way better than Ezekiel Elliott. And he's a threat out of the backfield to have a couple of catches. And I know Dak's probably going to look his way. So if you are able to contain Tony Pollard, easier said than done. It sounds kind of crazy. I would rather have that happen than have them run the football all game. So I would rather take Dak coming off his second game back, still a bit rusty, throw the football all over us. If they get to win that way, cool, so be it. Then have them just ram it down our throats with Tony Pollard. He finishes his game with 150 scrimmage yards, 2 touchdowns, and that's all she wrote. I'd rather have Dak throw against us than that, because I'm more confident in our secondary. Also, the numbers are more confident in our secondary than our run defense. So Tony Pollard, he needs to be the focus for this Bears defense this week. That's where I'm at. So overall, offensively, same game plan as last week. Luke Getsy, don't mess it up. And then defensively, Tony Pollard, main focus. They're going to try to run the football. Overall, folks, look, I love the victory last week. And picking the Bears, again, really something I want to do, because coming off a victory like that, you just want to keep upsetting teams. But I'm going to stick to my guns here and try to be objective. Now, if the Bears were at home, I think I would have maybe picked them here to win. But the Cowboys did just wipe the floor with the Lions, who didn't even score more than 6 points. They beat them 24-6. So I'm going to go with the Cowboys here to win this game. But I'm going to go a little bit high scoring, because I think the Bears offense is starting to figure it out. I'm going to say 28-21. Chicago Bears lose to the Dallas Cowboys in Week 8, but they cover that 10-point spread. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment down below as always.